Welcome to tonight's stream. The captain will be starting shortly.
He came in from the stars in a captain's coat, set him far from home with a grin and a joke. His ship won't fly no more, stuck in yesterday, but he still charts the course in another way. When the stars go dark and the screen goes blue, he pulls us in close like he's passing through. Where's Crazy Cap? Where's Crazy Cap? Just because he's gone don't mean we lose the map. Where's Crazy Cap? Where's Crazy Cap? If the ship won't fly, we still can ride that rap. He vanishes for days like a cosmic trick, then pops back and smiling with a brand new bit. Don't call it lost, he says, call it a scout trip. Past the busted hull, past the broken grip. He takes his little breaks, then he slips online and turns a quiet room into a starry sign. Where's Crazy Cap? Where's Crazy Cap? Just because he's gone don't mean we messages fly. Crazer Cap takes us to the sky. Got the headphones, mic in hand, energy high. He's in demand, catch the vibe, no need to wait. Crazer Cap, never second rate. Captain of the streams, master of dreams, geek of all trades, or so it seems. Game or chat, night or day, Crazer Cap, he leads the way. Everything seems peaceful and calm, people who live out a life. Till the town of Norente vanishes in a giant pillar of light. A lone survivor soon sets out, ready to take up the fight. Tis on, yes, ring a bell, Edia. So to buy their might. Like the crystals for an all, then off the duchy's assault. Ares there to guide you on, there's no time to halt. Even though the duchy says this whole thing's your fault, have courage to think and act your own, or bravely default.
My apologies there. I did not realize that that was set to loop. So I apologize. It tried to restart on you. But that's essentially what Bravely Default is about. You got four main party members: Tiz, Agnes, Ring a Bell, and the song mispronounces her name. It's Idia, not Edia. And the immediate sequel makes it even more confusing because they start pronouncing it as Idia, Idia, like idiot without the T. But they go around and they're tasked with awakening the four elemental crystals: wind, water, fire, and earth. And then from there, a great holy pillar is supposed to appear, and you go in there and you use the power of the holy pillar to close a great chasm that opened up underneath of Tiz's home. So that's the basic premise of it. So, but there's quite a few twists that I don't think any of y'all are going to know. If you've never played before, you're not going to see it coming. So if you have not seen my playlist, please go check them out. Here, let me grab you all the link. Because this one's going to be big. Now, the playthroughs were extremely long for each chapter, but I tried to edit them down as best as I could. And this is a project I have been working on for over a year. Every video, to the best of my ability, has been one chapter, but I think chapter 6 had a couple. So here, let's get a shareable link. Thank you. I'll have Luna, do you got this? Thank you, Luna. My second in command, Luna, by the way, everybody. But yeah, definitely go check that one out. It's a great playlist. I've gotten through 7 chapters. Well, technically 8 chapters if you count the intro as a chapter. But the intro and then chapters 1 through 7. Chapter 8 is dropping tomorrow, and and for those who have been keeping up, you do not want to miss this. If you're able to breeze through it in less than 24 hours, which I'm sure you probably can, then please be sure 2 p.m. tomorrow to come back over to the YouTube channel and check it out when it drops. I've got it set as a premiere, so make sure you stop on in and check out the video. I am hoping for some good things. I've had a lot of good luck lately with YouTube Shorts, but going back to the longer form content, I'm hoping to bring some of that good luck over to that. So I appreciate any support you guys can throw at me. Oh, look. My mouse. Yay. I look... That's the other thing with my new Live2D facial features now. Apparently I can look stoned, bro. Yeah. Oh, yeah, bro. Okay. But no. But yeah, definitely check out the new video tomorrow. And I would really appreciate that. And if you watch through the playlist, you like what you see, you have anybody that might find it interesting, please make sure that you share that around with them. I'm trying to do my best. Like I said, this is the video project I have probably put more effort into than any other, and I've been doing a lot of videos over the years. Mainly it's because of the fact that before if I did any editing, it was very minimal. Like I would literally take the VOD, cut off the parts of me talking when stream starts and when stream ends, slap an intro on it, that's it, it's done. No other editing besides that. It's just one big long video with every detail, every words said, that sort of thing. This, I've actually started editing it, where it's like, here's the parts that you need to see. Throw in some jokes and some memes along the way, some green screen moments, things like that, and voila. Now, so I mean, I've been trying to improve on the YouTube side, not just with shorts, but with the long form content. So so if you guys check it out, please let me know what you think. So give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, however you want to do it, but I appreciate it in advance. But tonight we're here because it's our usual night for Final Fantasy XIV main story quests. So there's our schedule for this week. Obviously, we did not make Tuesday because of my little emergency, but all's well. But tonight we're doing some main story quests tonight. And then Saturday, make sure you're back again at 7 p.m. Central, because for the Super Mario Brothers 35 continued interest server, we've got our weekly tournament, and yours truly is the host with the most this week. It is the end of Season 12. Now, I don't have the graphic from Savox yet to cover what's going on. He's currently working on that as we speak. But I will be posting that on my socials as soon as I get that list. So I appreciate that in advance. Appreciate your patience. But yeah, again, we're here to do some Final Fantasy XIV main story quests. We missed the last couple of weeks because I wasn't feeling the best. I get headaches really bad sometimes. So, if it's something I feel like I can tolerate, maybe pop an aspirin, that's one thing. But sometimes I get really crappy. So I apologize for missing the last couple of weeks of Thursdays. But also, if you're a wrestling fan, this coming Monday, the Raw after SummerSlam is close by where I live. It's in Des Moines, Iowa. Yours truly will be in the audience with his buddies. We're all wearing custom shirts that are based off the old NWO logo, but we're calling ourselves the IWO, the Iowa World Order. So I doubt you would, but if you see a bunch of guys in the crowd wearing black and gold IWO shirts, that's us. So we're excited for that. And one of our buddies who's never gone with us, it's his first time going, so he's totally excited. My buddy Jake, who looks a lot like McLovin from the movie Superbad, so we call him McLovin. So, oh, my German Shepherd just snuck up on me. Hi. Yeah, I know. Sorry, I disappeared on you there for a second. Yeah, my German Shepherd likes to sneak up on me every once in a while. He's a good boy. His name is Shep. Or he's a good boy when he wants to be. Most of the time. Once in a while, he likes to fight with his husky brothers, which does get annoying after a while, but all good. Yeah, I see you. I see the fluff. Yeah. Let's pull up some old Final Fantasy XIV. Where did I put it? There we go. Okay. All right. Let's make sure that we're good on this. Whoop. Why is it loading like that? Hang tight. Shep, please sit down. You can't have any of Papa's food. If it's frozen, please hang tight. It should kick in here in a moment. There we go. That's better. Every time I launch Final Fantasy XIV, my avatars, be it Live2D or PNG, they just freeze for a minute. So I apologize if I did that for you guys. I just want to make sure I have my my Mix It Up chat up here. It actually should be about time for my monthly subscription for this to be renewed. So great timing, right? Ooh, that was good. Sorry, I got my supper in front of me. I decided to stop for Taco John's. All right. Now, I've been hearing about some special deal or whatever with Final Fantasy XIV and Twitch. Okay, so let's go back to Girabanya. Ralger's Reach. Okay. All right, so let's head back up to the north part. Actually, no, there's one right here. All right, so you want to help, do you? Seeing as how I'm in no position to leave the stew pot unattended, could you go and ask Tibby for a variety of herbs? 6 sprigs or so of whatever he's got on hand should suffice. It's not as haphazard as it may seem. Depending on the recipe, it doesn't really matter what sort you add, so long as you add something. I'll be here when you get back. Looks like I gotta go up here anyway. Sorry, my chat disappeared on me again. Sorry about that. It was Glitch Cat. Okay. I was just curious as to who it was that just went live, but... There's Tibby. Or Tibby. Tibby. Some of these names, I apologize if I butcher them, so... Herbs, is it? 6 sprigs of whatever's on hand? Afraid I can't spare that much. You'll take 2 and be glad of it. Ooh, ouch. The remainder you'll have to gather yourself. Shouldn't be too much bother, though. You'd be surprised what you can find growing underfoot. I'll come back to that one here in a hot minute. I'm going to duck underneath the... Aha! Okay, let's... I see it over in that corner. Oh, I did not realize how deep that was. I apologize to my feathery friend. That's 2. Taking a dip, I guess. Oh, I see it. There we go. What the heck's going on with my VTuber avatar? It's like it's on delay. Hold on. Hold on. Testing. That's weird. I've never seen it delay like that. If it gives us too much trouble, then we can switch back to the PNG tuber pretty easily. Oh, shoot. That's right. I got to keep that up. I'm going to put this over. There we go. I apologize for any delay. There, right there. Right behind Olger Ironheart. Olger? Almost sounds like Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds. Sorry, just grabbing a bite. All right. Alyssa. Come on, go way down, Kami. You don't need any of Papa's food. Go. Sorry, now my husky just decided to sneak up on me. No. I see that look in your eye, and you're not going to do this right now. Sorry, he's giving me that look that says, I want outside. He knows my routine. Oh, and I just realized. I apologize for the weird one-up books on the screen. Let me get rid of those here real quick. Maybe. Yep, that's exactly what he wants. He knows my routine. He knows the moment I go live is the prime time for him to throw a hissy fit. All right, let me deal with him real quick. I'll be right back with you guys. Hang tight. All right, guys. Sorry about the wait on that. Like I said before, my husky seems to know when I click the go live button, and he always waits until that moment to decide, I want to go outside. And sadly, he is supremely spoiled. Like, to the point where, really, speaking of whom, he's underneath my chair right now. Hi, can you please go lay down? Thank you. Anyway, but no, he'll he will start doing this huffing and puffing is what I call it, where he'll be like, and it'll just build up to like a full-blown bark from there. Please get back. Go lay down. You don't need to be under the desk right now. Anyway, back to our MSQs. Okay. Sorry to impose on you, sir. Thought you were another new recruit. Didn't realize that until after you were, But to answer the question that's probably on your mind, yes, it's always like this. Never enough food supplies to go around. All the more reason to be grateful when our countrymen can spare some for the cause. Well, that comes at a cost, too. Too many villages, too many children more deserving than us. But a man can't fight on an empty stomach, can he? So we can partake as we must, and we never lose sight of the dream. Okay. So there's some other things as well that we can take care of, but I am going to come up here and tackle the real MSQ. Whoop. There we go. And no, I'm not winking. For those of you just joining in, my model is being stupid. Mainly because I wear glasses and there's always a glare off of said glasses. Anyways, so we got Beves. Future rust, future dust. I beg your pardon? The man who bested Gaius Van Belsar wishes to offer me his assistance? I say, this is highly irregular. Though I have heard it said that you had a penchant for aiding the common man. In which case, before the occupation, I was a humble historian. While my duties leave me scarce time for aught else, I think it important that these momentous events be recorded for the benefit of future generations. Primary sources are indispensable, and I had a mind to question a number of my fellow freedom fighters. Ask them their motivations for taking up this cause and so forth. You may take down their statements in this log, and, Marcus, thank you for your service, now and ever after. You are welcome, common citizen. Crazer Cap, away! Oh, okay. So let me back this up so I can see things a little bit better. And for good measure, I'm going to chocobo it. Ah, we're going back to Elisa. Or Elisa. Alyssa. Alyssa. I was just a cook before all this. Simple fare, really. Had a chance to lend a hand and help feed some refugees one day. I took a liking to the fighters. They believed, you know? And there was always a need for cooks, or at least people who can work with whatever the foraging parties turn up. Oop. Not going to go traipsing through everybody else's. Okay. Not you right now. There we are. So we got Orella. Why indeed? To save lives, perhaps. Or to make amends for the ones I couldn't. My father and my brothers were worked to death while building a castrum. What did it matter to the Garleans, eh? More where that lie came from. After that, I couldn't keep on doing nothing. Sorry, my phone keeps going off. I'm trying to... There we are. I don't think I've been back to this particular part of the map just yet. Looks like wherever it is... Aha! Aren't you the Icon Slayer? Damned if I know why you'd bother asking someone like me why I joined the Resistance, but it's simple. If I wasn't fighting for Alamigo, I'd be fighting for the Empire. You're either with them or you're not. And if you're with them, you may as well make the most of it. Food, training, citizenship, if you live long enough. You'll die stealing someone else's land, like as not, but that's the choice. But me, I'd rather die here. There's one more, apparently, and I can't tell. Oh, it's way up in the damn corner. Yeah, let's just swim our way across. All right. One more person to talk to up here for this. I feel like I haven't been in here yet. And I probably haven't. But maybe I'm wrong. It has been a few weeks since we've last done MSQs, so... Alright. Hrotmar. Why'd I join the Resistance? Well, if you must know, it was to avenge a friend. The Imperials butchered before my very eyes back in Alamigo. We owned a stall in the markets, and a passing soldier snatched up a piece of fruit. He spoke out before I could stop him, only to get a full of steel in his gut for his troubles. Found my way here, and that was that. Yeah, you can't trust these Imperials. Gastalian, Garlean, Palpatinian. Lol, 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 lol. Ha! Karma. Please don't tell me that this karma individual in front of me is a well, let's not. Let's just leave it at that. Okay, Bevis, we're back. Have you spoken with the freedom fighters, as I asked? Yes, we have. Yoink. As fascinating, fascinating. As fascinating as they are varied, you have a knack for convincing others to bear their hearts to you. I could not have done better myself. Many years from now, when these tempestuous times pass into memory, their accounts will serve as a window into the struggle. We must never forget, my friend. Never. Okay. So I guess for now, I'm just simply going around and helping others in the camp. And that's okay. That's what a lot of the early stories include, with A Realm Reborn as well as Heavensward. You're literally starting off helping others. And then when they feel like they can trust you, they'll go, okay, I get you. We'll... All right. Ye wayward brothers. You look like a strider in search of comrades in need. If so, I have a task for you. I am a trainer, and I was told to expect new recruits this day. Yet nary one has come. Perhaps they were given the wrong time or location. I do not know. They number 5 in all, these would-be warriors. Send them to me unto me, should you chance to find them. All right, sounds like we are going around again in search of would-be warriors. I was so busy practicing to impress the others that I completely forgot. Not really the best excuse, but... Brooding recruit? Ah, 1,000 pardons. So preoccupied was I by the question of whether Alamigo should be a monarchy or a republic that I neglected to attend my training. A little early there, but that's all right. An earnest recruit. The teacher calls for me? I see. We were discussing strategies for disabling the Magitech armor, you see, and... Ah, yes, of course. There is no time. If you would excuse me. Let's glance around a little bit. Oh. Where is the last one? Whoop. I'm sorry, well, second to last. That's what I meant to say. Hmm. Who am I missing here? Or am I just going crazy? Goodness, I must be going nuts. He's right here. Alright, get to it, dude. Go to your training. And we got one more left. It's too bad I can't fly in this area. I'll take a dip, swim across. Chocobo back up. We'll go find this last recruit. Probably not much place you can hide when you're in a narrow place like this. A devout recruit. I know, I'm late, but I had to say a prayer for my sister first. After what the Imperials did to her, death was a mercy. You can't blame them. There's a lot of in the story for this game right now. There is a lot going on. All recruits are present and accounted for. My thanks to you, Strider. You're welcome, snake person. Not all appreciate the rigor with which I train my recruits. Some favor a gentler approach, as if the Imperials would be so kind. 'Tis a thankless job to teach, some say, but I say their survival is thanks enough. I know a lot of S. Okay. We're not going to play this game again. Kami, lay down. No. You were just out. And you're not going back out. My husky's being a pain in the ass. Again. Hold on. Sorry, hang tight. Sorry, I think he's finally calming down a little bit. I think this time he only wanted his German Shepherd brother's spot on the futon behind me. Anyway. Yes, my fur children actually do that kind of crap. All right. They do fight over seats and on the chairs, and they literally are like children. They really are. I'm old enough to remember when when I was a kid, my parents, and I know it's not really he's not really appropriate to talk about in terms of comedy these days, but back when Bill Cosby was still a very popular and respected comedian, he did this performance. You might still be able to find it out there, called Bill Cosby Himself, and he used to talk about parenting from his day and age, back when spanking kids and whatnot was the normal thing to do. Not that I'm saying that I would condone it or otherwise today, but what I am saying is back in the day it was more widely acceptable. Heck, when I was a little boy, if my grandmother was watching me, she used to have a paddle. And if I did something I wasn't supposed to, I was naughty, my grandmother would go for that paddle, and I could not get away from her. I would be swatted once or twice on the back on my backside with that paddle. But here's the thing. I know a lot of people would say, well, that's cruel and unusual punishment these days. You know, that's going to traumatize a kid. You know what? I was spanked when I was a kid. I was paddled. I'm still okay. I consider myself to be a decent human being. I'm kind to a fault, and I show respect whenever I can. So when it comes down to it, that's what there is. That's all there is to it. Like, it's not necessarily the worst thing in the world if you get spanked or whatever, but I know times have changed and it's just not that way anymore. But anyway, token of faith. The swarthy resistance fighter is at wit's end. Damn it all. Where could it have got to? Oh, pardon me. Fellow lover of freedom and justice. You haven't seen a ward of the Destroyer anywhere, have you? Maybe on the ground, as if a certain bloody fool had dropped it? Aye, I'd been him. I had it this morning, that much I know for certain. And I've not left the reach since, so it's got to be around here somewhere. If you've got a moment to spare, would you be willing to help me search? I've spent some time near the Temple of the Fist earlier, so it might be there. As for me, I'll look around near the officers' pavilion. They are hardly rare, I know, and I could just as easily buy another, but even so, please help me find it. Will do. So we're going to go up north here. It's got to be in here someplace. There it is. Sorry, give me a moment. Sorry, I'm just also looking through some stuff here. So anyway, let's get back to our friend here and let him know that we found... Wait, why am I going the wrong darn way? I found it. 7 hells, that's the one. That's my lucky ward. You're a godsend, brother. Before I was born, my mother made a pilgrimage to the Temple of the Fist, where she, like many others, received the blessings of the monks. And then Theodoric came and burned it all to the ground, the mad bastard. And after him came the Garleans, who cared even less for our beliefs. But I still keep to the old ways. As do many others, and when my son is born, I'll teach him the stories in the scripture as my mother taught me. Oh, goodness gracious. How many people are we planning on helping today? Hang on, I'm checking something real quick. There we go. Okay. All right. Wait, the next one's right here with with Alphino. I haven't talked to Alphino in a few weeks. Earrings of healing. And with that, another task is complete. Ah, Marcus, I hear you have been keeping busy. Aye, that he has, and we thank him for it. It pleases me to inform you that our new recruits have completed their initial training and stand ready to contribute. Sorry about that. Let's see. Of course, sir. Are you and yours planning to return to Castrum Oriens before the operation? If so, why don't we travel together? That seems a fine suggestion, but I must consult my comrades ere we depart. Very well. I will wait for you at the pass, but not too long. I expect Cryo and Ishtola will wish to remain here to support the Chirurgians. Nevertheless, we should go and ask them. All right. There we are. Okay. I see. That would explain the sudden flurry. This joint operation marks a turning point in our conflict with the Garleans. For the first time, the Resistance and the Alliance shall go on the offensive and attempt to capture an Imperial outpost. Personally, I believe it's imperative that we offer them our full support, as was the case with Ishgard. However, this is not a choice to be made lightly, nor less on others' behalves. This is war. I'll fight for Alamigo, for my father, for Ida. The choice was made for us ere we were born. They will stop at nothing to subjugate or slaughter us all, and Belsar as well. Your fervor is surprising. I cannot... It's going too quickly for me to read. What the hell? Here, let me just turn this off. Okay, I thought this was a foregone conclusion given our actions thus far, but if you require renewed information, then yes, I am still wholly committed to this cause, for it is ultimately the self-same cause I have served since I first pledged to serve Master Louis Soir and the Circle of Knowing. The salvation of Eorzea by any means necessary. So I'm also scrolling through something here as well. Nope. But Cooler Master, I think, should be fine. Sorry, I'm looking at a PC part here. That said, I shall refrain from taking the field on this occasion. There are many here who require further treatment, and doubtless more to come after. I came for Minfilia. That hasn't changed. However, I'd like to stay with Istola for now and tend to the wounded. As for you, Marcus, you are, to quote a dear friend, Lord Edmund, the man who slew Gaius van Belsar and some half-dozen primals besides. Your presence may well prove the difference between victory and defeat. We need to look to you as a hero and heap great expectations upon your shoulders. But you, like every other scion, must decide for yourself. As long as there's a battle to be fought. I love this bottom option. To be frank, Alfie. Alfie? We used to have a toy when I was a little boy that was called the Alfie 2. But I'll choose this one. Ha! Ever the adventurer. You live for these moments, do you not? Take care, Istola, Kryl, and do not hesitate to contact us should you require assistance. Lise, I would ask that you remain here by Conrad's side. We should go, or Minago will leave without us. Might I persuade you to join us, Marcus? Should you wish to give your decision further consideration, Castrum Oriens would seem an apt place to do it. You need not answer right away. I am sure I can convince Minago to wait a little longer. You know I'm going to wind up going anyway. Hang tight, I'm checking. Ugh. Anyway. Sorry, I'm double checking something here. I'm looking on the side. I'm kind of looking to invest in a bigger power supply. I've got one on my throne wish list, but honestly, I figured I could probably find cheaper. I'll take it out of the cart for now. 90% efficiency. It ensures effective power transfer of your components. Components, ABS connectors, compatibility with current gen motherboards, hassle-free, fully modular. Let me look again at the cables. I want to make sure. So 24 pin. Okay. Doesn't look bad. do I want to spend 82 bucks? Who is it from? Shipper and seller is Amazon. Okay. Why not? So I'm going to take a look at my order list here because I've got a I've got a graphics card I want to install, but I don't have the power supply with the right connectors. Not to mention the power supply I'm using is one that's actually borrowed in a sense. So I would like to get that returned. What's my grand total on this right now? Out of curiosity. So my grand total for all of it is about... Here, let me double check something. Give me a second. I want to do some math real quick. Of course. Well, I should be able to, but yeah, everything should be that I ordered should then be in. Let me take a look at the order then. I thought it had, when I looked at it before, it was going to add. Okay, so yeah. Okie dokie. That's fine with me, I guess. As long as it all gets here on time. I know I'll be busy this weekend, so. But since it's showing up on Saturday, I might have to be cautious. Because Saturday, as I've said before, I'm going to be hosting the Mario tournament. And since a power supply is coming in, as well as a brand new graphics card that I've been waiting to install, I cannot make any guarantees I won't come across an issue. So we'll have to play it by ear, I guess. I honestly, it just makes me glad that the Mario tournament is a late slot this week. But if all goes well, I will have a stronger GPU as well as a stronger power supply. And altogether, my performance, I hope, will be much better than what it currently is. My current rig is an 8th generation Intel Core i-Series CPU, i5 to be exact. 32 gigabytes of RAM. I've got an NVIDIA GTX 1660 Super with 6 gigabytes of graphics RAM. But this other card I have, it's a Radeon, a Radeon RX 6700 XT, 12 gigabytes. So it's at least, I've checked the specs, compared it to what I currently have, and it's far better than what I already have. So I'm just waiting to install it. Have been for weeks. Just never have really had the opportunity to do so. Alright, so we're going to head into the fringes. So let's just hope that everything goes well. I also ordered a new battery for my Nintendo Switch because I've come to discover recently, my Switch Lite, my Switch 1, because I looked at my Switch not terribly long ago and realized that, oops, my Switch is now officially starting to bloat. When you look at a device like a laptop or something, and it looks like it's about, like stuff's being, like it's starting to puff up, even when the device is fully assembled, like it's starting to push apart, then you likely have a bad battery and you need to get that crap replaced. I noticed that, so I decided to order a new battery. And that should also be here Saturday as well. Plus, I also decided to order a... I want to eventually wire things in the house a little bit better, so I'm going to... I started getting some of the cheaper things that I would need if I wanted to run Ethernet to the bedroom next door for my fiance. Yep, that's right. I'm engaged to be married. She's a gamer like I am. Well, a bit of a long way around scenario, but you know what? Meh. Why am I going the wrong damn way now? Wait, Groot? Is that you? Groot, my man, look at you. I did not mean to do that, thank you. Oh, look at him. It's Groot. No, 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 come back, come back, come back. What's up, Groot? Gotta love those in jokes a little bit there, right? Okay, Raban, General Raban, what do you got? Welcome back, comrades. What news? Greetings, General. I am come at Commander Kemp's behest to brief you on the latest developments at the Reach. Our recruitment efforts have exceeded expectations. In addition to welcoming many motivated young Alamegans, our ranks have been bolstered by the arrival of a number of experienced veterans, thanks in large part to the efforts of the Scions. As a consequence, we are now able to field half a dozen new units, with more being trained as we speak. This is getting tiresome. Hold on. All right, I need to let him out again. He's going to drive me insane. I'll be right back. Okay. My apologies. Hopefully, this will be the last time for a while that he decides he wants to throw a fit. At least his time back outside allowed me to, at the very least, get the garbage taken out while I was at it. So there's always that. Whew. Anyway. Capture Valdonia, that will not be easy. It will, however, be necessary if we are ever to push east towards the capital. There is no profit in delay. It is only a matter of time before the Garleans learn of our plans and summon reinforcements. The Alliance hereby accepts Commander Kemp's proposal. Tell him to take no chances. Bring every able-bodied Alamegan who can wield a weapon. Pippin, I want Valdonia watched. Assess its defenses. Go lay down before you cause a lot more trouble for yourself than you need to. You can find yourself laying in your kennel for a while. Well, I was saying earlier about that whole Bill Cosby thing in relation to my pups is I probably should have finished that thought. I apologize. I was talking about an old Bill Cosby special where he used to talk about how he used to raise his kids, you know, back in the days where spanking was appropriate. I've never, you know, I don't raise my pups that way, obviously. That would be cruel. But my point I was trying to make was these pups like to fight with one another just like real kids. Just like Bill Cosby talked about. He had this bit about what he calls the mother's curse, where he says that all mothers wind up putting a curse on their kids. Simply by saying the phrase, I hope that when you have kids, they act the exact same way that you act. And these are my fur kids, and they act the exact same way, fighting all the time like my sister and I used to when I was a kid. God, we used to fight about everything. But anyway. Sorry, hair in my mouth. Ugh. That's the other bad part about it, is that they're constantly shedding, so and they always take turns shedding, so there's literally no break in between. One dog finishes, the next dog begins shedding. Like, sometimes they'll even overlap one another. Just like right at the tail end, one's finishing up, the other one just starts. So it's like a non-stop shed fest year round. So German Shepherds in here, and my husky Kami, like the Dragon Ball character Kami, Kami, he is back by the door. So as long as he's a good boy, that's all that matters. He gets on my nerves, but that's all right. I still love him all the same. Anyway, back to this. If there is no objection, General, might the Scions join Marshal Terrapin? Ugh, I waited too long on this burrito. By all means. If that is all, let us be about it. All right. Conrad and the General are of one mind, it seems. I only wish I could say the same. While this aggressive strategy may well profit us in the end, what losses will we suffer in the meantime? Anyway, we should speak with the Vice Marshal about this reconnaissance mission and see how he would like to proceed. Of course, we're going to take the earrings of healing. Wait. Pippin. Not that Pippin. What about second breakfast? Thank you for volunteering to join me. Anyway, thank you for volunteering to join me. This should be a fairly straightforward reconnaissance mission, so long as we do not have ill fortune to run afoul of an Imperial patrol. I swear to God, I hate the reflection. Here, I want to look at something real quick. I'm going to pull up my V. Well, granted, I can't see a bloody thing. Here, I want to do it. This is going to be a bit of a roundabout way of doing this, but I want to have my glasses off for a few moments. I'm just going to record a quick video of myself while pointing my phone at my VTube studio. I want to see if it does the weird blink thing while I have no glasses on. If it does, then it's not the light off my glasses, but something else. So, granted, while I'm as blind as a bat without my glasses on, but just recording. Okay, I think I'm done there. All right. I swear to God, if it doesn't do it, I'm going to be so pissed off. Just means the next time my ass goes in for an eye appointment, I'm going to start switching to contacts. Maybe my ass needs to get LASIK. Well, the right eye did it once. Let me try something here really quick. This is going to be a little off, a little weird, but yoink. Where is? There it is. Okay. One of the two sets of lights, the one that's immediately in front of me, let's find it. Nope, not that one. We want number 1. Okay. Now that makes me look like I'm constantly... it makes me constantly look like I'm stoned. Because now my eyes are constantly shut. Can I adjust? I'm just trying to find if there's... No, it's not helping. God damn it. Well, I'm going to have to figure something out because this is getting silly. It's driving me nuts that my avatar's doing this weird winking thing that, like, it where my eyes are like where it's just like one eye blinks at a time, like I'm winking, and like there. Like, do you see it? I'm not even blinking right now, and this is what it's doing. This is some bullshit. I had this exact same problem when I used to have a VRM model. Like the 3D VRM models that you can design in Vroid. And it did the exact same thing there, and I don't know why. That's the other thing I hate about glasses is every once in a while I'll get dandruff, and if it falls, like a little fleck of dandruff or something just falls onto my glasses, and they're so small you would think you'd just be able to go onto your glasses and it just flies right off. No, you don't, fluffy boy. Out from underneath the desk. And if you've come to beg to go OUT, you're about to find yourself in your kennel. So I suggest you go lay down. No. I told you. Not again until bed. Go on. Come on, over here. Now, get up there on the futon. Sit. This husky is going to drive me insane tonight. You need to stop. And you need to stop real quick. Because you're starting to get on your papa's nerves. Do not huff and puff at me. Get up there. Go. Get up on the futon. You're about to find yourself in the kennel, little boy. I'm about ready to throw a... I'm about ready to crash out on this right now. I cannot sit down for 10 minutes in front of this computer to stream for you all without him thinking he needs to throw a hissy fit. Go lay down. You've been on my nerves all night. More so than you have before. Yeah. Go listen to Mama. Go. Thank you. Hopefully for a while he'll stay quiet. Anyway. So we're off to Valdonia. I apologize. Some nights he just gets on my nerves, and I'm usually pretty gentle with my boys, but some nights they just really get under my skin. He sits there and he cries all the time like, "Papa, I need out again," like 5 minutes after I let him in. Speak with Pippin. Where the hell are we? Somewhere... Wait, Caster... What the... There's Aether that we haven't attuned to on this map? That's something we're gonna fix. Hi, Groot. Bye, Groot. There we go. Hey, another Groot. Oh boy. Was not expecting that drop, but okay. Castellum Corvi. Wait, no. Oh, it's over here. Okay, this ought to be close enough. Now we settle in for a long watch. That said, it would be prudent to keep your weapons at the ready, in the event a passing patrol stumbles upon us, or worse. Upon reconnoitering Castellum Valdonia, several cutscenes will play in sequence. The game's just warning us ahead of time that shit's about to get real. Proceed. We're ready. I don't know about y'all, but I know I am. Will this be voice acted?
Excellent. The
Yes.
disposition of the Imperial forces is exactly as expected. I will notify Father.
Hang tight. Yoink. Uh-oh.
Where did it come from?
Smoke! There! Is that... Oh, gods, it's Relga's reach.
Fuck.
It's no use. I think someone's jamming our communications.
You don't think... Could this be part of a coordinated attack?
Oh, boy. Could it be somebody from the new recruits was a spy?
Abort the assault and return to the Reach at once.
Yeah. Emphasis on return to the Reach at once.
Forward! Forward! Give them no quarter!
Traitor.
You! Traitor! Kinslayer!
Yeah. That's what you are.
Of mine.
You're from this land, so therefore you are.
Mavrid!
Kick her ass, Leeds.
Well, well. Stand aside, pilots. This one has promise.
Have a care, my lord. She's not like the others.
Do not disappoint me, girl, or I will kill you.
It sounds like you'll do that regardless of which.
Seven hells. It's him. It's Xenos.
The Viceroy! Oh, you are a dead man! Ah!
So spirited, and yet so empty.
That's me.
barrier. Alas. It will not save you.
Hold the line, Byrolga! Hold the line! Cryle!
Alphino!
We saw the smoke and thought we heard explosions. Are we under attack?
The Imperials were all over us before we realized what was happening. No one knew where to run or what to do. It was chaos. Lise and Master Kemp rallied the guards and bought us enough time to get some of the wounded to safety, but I haven't seen either of them since.
Confound it! If we lose the reach, this will all have been for naught.
Then keep going.
Arenvold, can you escort these people to the ward? Aye, sir. Our place is at the Reach. We must offer such aid and succor as we are able. Saving lives is now our paramount concern. If we can hold back the Imperials until Father sends reinforcements, we may yet turn the tide.
I'll join you. I've done all I can for these people, and you'll be crying out for a healer in there.
Am I a joke to you?
I fear you're right. Come, there is no time to lose.
Seriously, am I a joke? I'm a white mage, damn it. Just because I whoop someone's ass doesn't mean I can't heal people too.
It's all over now!
Started cutting. The Imperials came from nowhere, started cutting people down left and right. People like this really tick me off. And I think they can just treat people with disrespect. What do you mean my duty failed? Okay, what on earth? Okay, in Crimson it began. Let me see if I can find... I'm confused. Like, how did I... How did it fail? Like, I want to know, because everybody around me looked like they were still in decent shape. So I'm a little confused. In Crimson, it began. Okay. So, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let me read on this real quick. Aided by your comrades, you managed to beat back... Aided by your comrades, you managed to beat back the Imperial forces, reach your comrades unharmed, and Conrad merely on the verge of death. Her lifeblood pooling beneath her prostrate form. Man, who dealt the blows? And let's listen. What's this? Your comments. Performance here. Racist one has been too entertaining. ASA. Trying with Norse. Vision sends you flying. Attachment to your resilience. Broken blade he flings to the earth as he is back on you and walks away. Raubon and his immortal flames soon arrive. Son of death for one day, and Rose's men will draw. So, okay, so solo duty here has two phases. During the first phase, fight, kill the enemies. Some cutscenes will begin. Phase 2 will begin afterwards. During the second phase, you will face off against Xenos who cannot be defeated. That. Sorry, more hair in my mouth. Blah. So it doesn't say... I want to say it's very easy right now. I don't know why. We've already seen the cutscene.
It's all over now.
What do you mean invalid target? I clicked on... Well, maybe I didn't. Imperials came from nowhere, started cutting people down left and right. It's a bloodbath. Remember that we're here to save lives. Defend the hostages. Alright, I'm going to hit everybody at once this time. That must have been why. Because I couldn't see him.
For the glory of the flames!
I'd be willing to bet it's over here. That's alright, you can call me that. I've been called worse. There we go.
What took you so long? Alphino, I need your help. My lord, the prisoners.
See to your men, Pilus.
You're about to get your ass handed to you.
As you command, my lord.
Oh, he's about to get his ass handed to him.
Your friends were a disappointment. But you will entertain me, will you not?
I whooped your friend Gaius. I'll certainly whoop you.
Be gone! Give me something to remember.
What? Oh, yeah, that's right, because I used it not that long ago. Does he have a regen on him? That I'm not aware of? Because it feels like he's...
Don't stop now.
Of course not. Okay, apparently this battle is supposed to be where I don't win. Lovely. Doesn't mean I'm not going to come back and whoop his ass later. Home bitch deserves an ass whooping for what he's done.
Pathetic.
You won't be saying that by the time I'm done with you, bitch.
Seven hells. Shall we give chase, General? Nay, there has been enough death this day. to the wounded. Aye, sir. You all right, lad?
That.
Aye, I do not doubt it.
Come on, Ishtola.
Don't you die on me, Ishola! Hold on! Don't worry, it's going to be all right. Alphino, Master Kemp is all yours.
Understood.
Don't just stand there gawping. You're a healer, aren't you?
I am. Thank you for finally noticing.
The worst is past, but without the proper facilities, I can do no more.
Master Kemp too would be better served in the infirmary. Let us take them there without delay.
Give us a hand, would you, Lise? Oh, of course. I know you must be exhausted, but there will be others who need our help. Leave these two to us and look to the other wounded.
Truth be told, if there wasn't a level sync on this, I would have had his ass. If it was an actual fight. You did well, Marcus. You saved lives no matter what happens. Remember that. Now then, let's do what we can for the wounded. Every minute counts. See to the wounded. If they live, help them. If not, move on. I want to know how on earth this happened. How on earth he was already cold when I got to him. It was not that I could do. That charm must have been an appointment. You'd best take it to Conrad. I want to know how they got past, because this place should have been camouflaged. So how did the damned Imperials Monaco, Meffred, where are you? This is... He's dead, isn't he? Medford was a worrier, always thinking about others before himself. He sent an Imperial patrol chase. His comrades loved him for it, of course, though that only made him worry more. Did you know that he sent his men in Quarry Mill away because he thought they were fighting for him and not the cause? Aye, well, he did. The only life he was willing to risk was his own, you see. But that's exactly the kind of man who should be leader. The kind of man who deserves to survive. Not an old fool who's all used up. There's no logic to it, Master Kemp. There never is. Who stands, who falls in the heat of battle? We can but do our best, as he did. Medford will be sorely missed, aye. But because of his sacrifice, many now live who otherwise would not. And they need us now more than ever. Aye, that they do. Forgive me, lad. I had high hopes for him, is all. That's why I hate empires and dictatorships. The only empire, quote-unquote empire, I had any respect for at any point in time, of course, being a Star Trek fan, was the Klingon Empire. Rhalgr's Reach is no longer safe, as Pippin well knows. Our defeat was no near thing. It was a total humiliation. We were powerless to withstand our enemy's assault. But we cannot afford to dwell on our failure. As Alphinaud said, it is those who survive whom we must think of now. Rhalgr's Reach is no longer safe. The Imperials may have withdrawn, but they could return at any time to furnish what they began. We dare not remain here. Those who are not fit to make the journey to Castrum Oriens will need to be taken by chocobo carriage. Agreed? Good. I shall oversee preparations for the carriages. In the meantime, I would have you scour the infirmary for any supplies that might prove useful during the journey. I want to know how the Imperials got in. How did they get in here? Do we have a spy? Forgive me, but it is imperative that I continue preparing medicines for the wounded. Oh, I see. In that case, you are free to search the barber and take that which you require. I would not have our people dying en route. I would assist you, but this process demands my undivided attention. Midgarsimer, you're in my way. All right. Sorry, give me a second. I'm getting crap out of my eye. I've got people pinging me, and it's Savox. Okay, let's see what we got here. You're still on, the others are safely strapped in. Don't worry, I'll be by her side the entire time. Thank you, Cryo. I'll walk alongside. They'll need protection in case the Garleans try anything. Hang on. You're injured too, aren't you? Shouldn't you be in one of the carriages? I'm not so frail that I can't make the trip on my own. Besides, there's still work to be done here. I'll see you at the wall when it's finished. As you wish. Let us set forth at once. We shall move as quickly as our comrades' health allows. To Castramorians. All right. So we're going to move on to the next one here. Conrad is a man struggling to cope with a bitter reality. You saved a good many of my men, and I cannot thank you enough for that. But the fact remains our forces were decimated, and this state will not be mounting an assault on Castrum Veladina or anywhere else. We need to be honest with ourselves about our prospects. First, we need to put our affairs here in order. Afterwards, I'll join you all at Castramorians. Understood. We'll go and speak with General Alden. I'll make it quick. General Raubon is still here. Good. Pippin has already departed with the wounded, has he? Good. We have completed our search of the Reach and the surrounding area. As far as we can tell, Xenos and his men returned straightaway to Specula Imperatoris after quitting this place. 'Twould seem he's lost interest in us. Which brings us to the most troubling question of all. Thank you! Not how he found us, but why he chose to spare our lives having done so. That's not what I wanted, damn it. In war, you kill or capture your enemy. You don't leave him to fight another day. Only a fool would turn his back and walk away. But Xenos is no fool. Well, the general's right. Whatever his Crow says she's through the worst. There we go. Given the severity of her wound, we could have hoped for no more. Let us pray she makes a full recovery. We lost a lot of good people, didn't we? I saw it happen. When that Skulls commander cut down Mefred, a single blow, and that was it. Everything he fought for, all his hopes and dreams for the future, gone in an instant. And do you want to know the worst part? It wasn't a Garland who did it. It was an Alamegan. God's help me if I ever... No, not now. Not while the general's waiting. Oh, Lise. You got to feel sorry for her.
Were it not for the swift actions of the Scions and the Alliance, many more would have died. You risked your lives to save ours, and for that we thank you.
There is no need for thanks. We are allies, are we not?
Aye, just so. Let us not dwell on this tragedy, but look to the future.
The future? I'm sorry, General, but there is no future for us. We've lost two.
I disagree.
Gods, I can still see Mefrid with that woman standing over him. They've ripped the heart out of us, General. They've broken us. Our fight is over.
Master Kemp, please.
I'll always hate them with every fiber of my being. For what they took from us then and now. Our homeland, our freedom, our bloody children.
You mean the Skulls? The youths who fight for Xenos?
Grania Luthi, the Black Wolf's legacy and our shame. A unit made up of children born to Alamegan dignitaries who came of age during the occupation. Sons and daughters of Gir Abania, raised to be proud citizens of the Empire, with all the rights and responsibilities that entails. It'd be easy to curse them and call them traitors, but they're our children, our flesh and blood. If the only way to forge the future we want is to cut down our own, then...
Then what was it all for?
Nargo?
What will you say to the families of the fallen? To the mothers and the widows and the orphans? Will you tell them it was all for nothing?
Listen to the girl. We dare not suffer our comrades' sacrifices to have been in vain. Now is the time to steel our resolve and press on, painful though it may be.
And when Xenos comes back with his army, what then? This isn't the first time, you know. You'll be hard-pressed to find men brave or stupid enough to face him again.
There's always me.
I still can't believe how strong he was. He humiliated us back there. The Warrior of Light included. Gods help us if he's next in line to the Garlean throne.
All the more reason he must be taken down.
Before succeeding Van Baelsar in Alamigo, Xenos led the Imperial army to Doma, where he crushed the rebellion utterly. As a matter of fact, Doma remains in his charge to this day. Suffice it to say, Varus's heir is a peerless warrior and an accomplished general. The question is, how are we to contend with such a foe?
I would normally say, for the sake of the story, I could go out and train to my heart's content, but of course the story is going to level sink me down to where I should be. Otherwise, I would have humiliated him. Clearly, I'm not...
You have your limits, but then so so too must he. One legatus ruling 2 provinces a world apart. Yes, divide and conquer. We kindle the flames of revolution in Doma once more, thereby forcing Xenos to fight a war on 2 fronts.
Smart move.
For that, there would need to be someone left to fight on this front by the time you got back. Look, I'll not deny the plan as promised, and I feel for our brothers and sisters in Doma, truly I do. But I fear we lack the strength to see it through.
We have allies in Doma.
People, Master Kemp. Them and the Scions. Hold fast, rebuild. And when all is in place, we shall defeat Xenos together.
Exactly.
If you're going to Doma, I'm coming too. I want to help our friends there. And make sure nothing like this ever happens again.
All right.
Give us the time we need, and we will give you something far greater.
Very well. For all you have done for us, we will fight on. But be swift, comrades. Alamigo has suffered enough.
That it has. I will be quick about it and I will smote his ass. It goes without saying, but the Scions alone have not the strength to topple the provincial government here or anywhere else, and I am quite certain the same can be said of the Doman Liberation Front. Nevertheless, we can but go and assess the situation for ourselves and see what can be done. Lest you doubt what good we few can accomplish, I would remind you that my grandfather and his 12 disciples once journeyed to these lands to save Eorzea and her people from certain doom. Brave souls with an impossible task, and Eorzea lives on. Our present mission may not be as monumental in scope, but is no less important to the multitudes whom we would free from imperial oppression, whom we will free. Where men go as one, there is life. And where there is life, there is cause to hope. Our grandfather believed that, and so do I. That's actually a nice quote. I might actually post that. What is... Give me a second. Bruh. Sorry, my I do like that quote, though. But before we can forge ties with our friends in the Far East, we must first find a way to reach them. Othard is not exactly over the river and through the woods. I am one step ahead of you, dear sister, or rather, Tataru is. But before we discuss that, there's another issue I wish to address. As much as I would like it if we could all make this journey together, someone will need to remain to serve as the liaison to the Alliance and the Resistance during this critical period. Moreover, as Ishtola cannot be left unattended, then I should obviously remain. Very well, issue addressed. You know, Alpha, no. It would have been quicker just to ask, and Markley less patronizing. Yes, I suppose. Would you be willing to look after Ishtola and provide support to the Arenvald and the others? Yes, I would. You see, that wasn't so hard, was it? Enjoy your trip and don't you dare return without a gift. Well, I would not dream of it. Right then, sister, Marcus, Lise, gather your things. We are for Limsa Laminsa. Okay. Okay, so whoop. That is not what I wanted. But I need Limsa Laminsa lower decks. Excuse me. I know that was somebody playing an actual instrument in the game, but that did kind of go along there with the music we were playing. So sorry, it's the end of the week. Forgive me. Excuse me. Okay, so whoops. I meant to say Thursday on that. Okay. 8. Okay. And actually, there is one other thing I need to change on that. I almost forgot. Since we're keeping tabs on how many. So we've gotten to 28. So that's 18 tonight. That's not terrible. 18 MSQs out of 162. Not bad work tonight, if you ask me. Not bad. Even though we're still technically in the middle of another one, but I think that's where I'm going to get ready to call it a night. But whoop, I don't want to log out. I want to exit. Okay. So, with that in mind, oh, there we go. Finally getting caught up a little bit there. All right. Well, that is going to be it from me tonight. I again apologize for the weird way that my avatar has been behaving tonight. I mean, it's still in the early stages. I'm literally teaching myself how to rig a live 2D model. So it's going to be touch and go, unfortunately. Oh, for goodness sakes. And I gotta friggin' deal with that too. Yeah, I know you're gonna hit my damn authenticator. Being in IT, I take my login security very seriously, so okay, why are you griping? There you go. Someone's got issues with their custom build. Anyway, oh no, sorry about that. Let's close. Anywho, but let's get ready to call it a night here, because I have had my fair share of fun tonight. Let me go back. Okay, minimize it. All right, there we go. So let's see, do we have anybody over on the Twitch side that we can raid out to? Oh, and speaking of end of stream, there we go. All right, perfect. As always, you guys know what that particular song means. It means we're going to wrap things up for the night. If you're watching on YouTube, while you're still here, please make sure you go check out the Bravely Default playlist, because we are less than 24 hours away from Chapter 8, my newest video, Chapter 8 of Bravely Default, dropping tomorrow. And that's not one you're going to want to miss. Trust me. If you haven't seen all the way through the playlist yet, please make sure you do. That goes for all of you over on Twitch. Just go to youtube.com/@CrazerCap and go through my playlist. Not hard to miss. It's the thumbnail is basically a little chibi version of my avatar standing there with a little wave and a little fairy floating next to my head. This is a game that you guys will certainly enjoy if you've never heard of it or never played it. So definitely go check that out. I encourage it. Let's take a look here. And don't forget, guys, that video tomorrow is at 2 p.m. Central. That's when that's going to drop. Doesn't look like anybody's online right now, so we might have to hold off for now, but I don't have a whole lot of people. I don't have a very long list of people that I can raid out to. I used to raid out to people like the Raven Armed, for example, but now all of a sudden he gets so many raids where he's just like, I guess he's got it turned off because I can't raid him anymore, but can't be helped. Anyways, but don't forget, guys, I'll be back again on Friday, or not Friday, Saturday for the Super Mario 35 Continued Interest Server Weekly Tournament, where I am the host of the whole thing this week. It is the end of Season 12, so we're going to send Season 12 off with a bang, quite literally. So make sure you stop on by for that. 7 p.m. Central for stream start time. Tournament starts about an hour later with official warm-ups. Other than that, we will see you guys again then. Make sure that you go check out the new video tomorrow. So, once again, this is your friendly neighborhood starship captain from the future stuck in the past. Signing out. Have yourselves a wonderful evening. Welcome to the weekend a little bit early. I'm Crazer Cap. Have a good night. Crazer out.